Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Rissa Alifia from class 3C. In this video, I'm going to explain the material about fake news on social media. So, what is fake news? Fake news refers to news articles or other items that are deliberately false and intended to manipulate the viewer. While the concept of fake news stretches back to antiquity, it has become a large problem in recent years due to the ease with which it can be spread on social media and other online platforms. And the next slide is talking about the characteristics of fake news. Here are some characteristics. The first is there is no clear source of news, and forcing to share the news to go viral. The news released is not comprehensive, written by a non-credible media, and the news that is obtained causes anxiety, hatred, or hostility between each other. And the next slide is talking about how to recognize fake news. There are 4 suggestions, and fake news is often too good to be true, too extreme, or too out of line with what you know to be true and what other news sources are telling you. Here I'm going to share some suggestions for recognizing fake news. Number 1 is pay attention to the domain and URL. Reliable websites have familiar names and standard URLs like .com or .edu. And suggestion number 2 is read the About Us section. Insufficient or overblown language can signal an unreliable source. Suggestion number 3 is check the comments. Comments on social media platforms can alert you when the story doesn't support the headline. And suggestion number 4 is reverse image search. If an image used in a story appears on other websites about different topics, it's a good sign the image isn't actually what is the story claims it is. And the next slide is talking about strategies for combating fake news. There are also 4 strategies. The first strategy is be aware of the problem. Many popular sources, particularly online news sources and social media, are competing for your attention through outlandish claims, and sometimes with the intent of manipulating the viewer. And strategy number 2 is think critically. Critically evaluate news that you encounter. If it sounds too good or sometimes too bad to be true, it probably is. Most fake news preys on our desire to have our beliefs confirmed, whether they be positive or negative. And the next strategy is check facts against reliable sources. When you encounter a claim in the news, particularly if it sets off alarm bells for you, take the time to evaluate the claim using reputable sources, including library databases, fact-checking websites like snopes.com or PolitiFact, and authoritative news sources like the New York Times and the BBC. While established news sources can also be wrong from time to time, they take care to do extensive fact-checking to validate their articles. And strategy number 4 is stop the spread of fake news. You can do your part in halting the spread of fake news by not spreading it further on social media or in conversation. And I think that's enough, the explanation from me. Thank you for your attention, and I do apologize if I did some mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.